Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Cute and Confused, your favorite video podcast for all my female entrepreneurs turning their delulu into a reality one bag at a time. It's your girl Noelle, and for those of you who don't know me yet, I am a creative entrepreneur and I'm currently building a social media management, content creation, brand design agency. So today I am talking about something that I've personally have been working on this past month, and I wanted to share because it's actually been so influential, and I would honestly say it's like a canon event for me because it's really shaped a lot of results that I've wanted for a long time and also has been helping me mentally as an entrepreneur. And this applies to anyone who wants to really change their life and want to reshape the direction that they're going in. And if you're just not satisfied with where you are in life, like, I highly recommend that you continue to watch this video and let's figure this out together. So before I kind of spill exactly what I'm talking about, I just want to start off by saying that in the month of September and August, I've spent so much time on my phone, and I would get weekly screen time updates, and that would freak me the fuck out because I don't know if I should share this, but it would genuinely be like 7 hours on social media. And that's including YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, and my actions weren't matching up to the results that I wanted in my life. There were a lot of times where I felt extremely embarrassed about how there was a big conflict with the image of who I was portraying myself to be and the reality of my life in private. So I would catch myself being envious of other creators and other business owners and angry at myself for not showing up the way that I want to and the way that I know I need to be at the caliber and to be at the level for my business and just who I am as a person. And I think the biggest thing that I noticed in a lot of creators and entrepreneurs was that they're able to be extremely flexible with their time. And yes, I am flexible with my time, and that's a little bit of what I talked about last week. But this is before I even filmed last week's video. So I was still in the rut before I had that enlightening. And I realized that there were things I needed to address. And there were a lot of times where these creators would go on trips and yet they still tackle everything that they need to do. And I'm just like, they have so much self-discipline and they probably know themselves so well that they know what to do, when to do it, and how to go about it. And I think I was like at my last straws and I was like, okay, you know what? I need to get my crap together. So that's when I decided to do a life audit. And for those of you who follow me on Instagram, you guys have probably already seen my reel. If you guys have not, I highly recommend checking it out on my Instagram. It's called KNOALE. And I made a little short video about how I go about my life audit, but I'll also explain to you guys here on a longer, more descriptive way of specific examples and how to have a successful life audit. So to start off, you need to come with an extremely humble and open-minded brain, like an open-minded mindset, because you're about to expose yourself like extremely. And if you cannot brace yourself for that, you're going to want to quit because you're going to feel a lot of things come up within you that you weren't ready to shine light on. So to start us off, you're going to need an open mind. And secondly, you're going to need something to write on. It can be your laptop, your iPad, your notebook, and then you're going to create a table. On the left column, you're going to write every single moment of your day, from the moment you wake up to the immediate time after you get out of bed, and then what you do exactly after you eat, and what you do right before you go to sleep and turn off your lights, if you even turn off your lights before you go to sleep. So you're going to write every single like step of your day. And then on the right side, you're going to convert or write a new life that you are living that replaces the previous action. So when you write on the right side, make sure to write it in present tense. And that's just kind of like to train your brain to think in the current present moment, like you're actually doing that. So it's been about 2 weeks now since I've been practicing after I did my life audit. And I already see such a big change in my mental health and the way I organize my life, as well as some of the results and the influence I'm seeing. Like, I've created so much content ever since I did my life audit. I feel so much better. My relationship with my boyfriend has gotten so much better, and it's because I finally feel like I have a better understanding of my emotions and what I need to do to get from point A to B, whether it's career, personal, or relationships. Of course, I'm not doing everything that I've put down on my life audit, but considering 2 weeks, there's been a lot of changes and a lot of things that I've committed to myself with that life audit, and seeing how even if I'm tackling 50% of the changes that I've wanted, like, I feel better. I feel like I'm going in the right direction, and it is a successful life audit. And I plan to continue to pursue this life audit and see like really how far I can go and how much more I can challenge myself. So all of that to say, let me share a little bit of my personal life audit and some examples. So maybe if you're like, oh no, like my life is a little too bad, maybe this will help you feel better, because my habits were so bad and I'm like high-key embarrassed to share, but I do know shining light on things will help you come to closure with things, and it's about time we make changes in our life. Okay, so some examples are, for me, I put the moment I wake up, and even that, I couldn't even put a time on it because I'm sleeping until like sometimes like 12 p.m. and I do not like that. And I'm like, no, I want to start my day earlier. So sometimes like I'll wake up at 8, sometimes I wake up at 12, sometimes I wake up at 10, but I wanted more consistency. So on the right side, I said I'm waking up at 8 to 9, and that kind of gives me a ballpark to know like, okay, this is generally a time I should get in habit of. And then immediately after I wake up, before, I would immediately check all my socials and my emails. And yes, social media also like does something with your dopamine kick and like your mental health. But for myself, the emails is what really got me. It's because that's when I get all my work stress and I'm literally just in bed and I just woke up. And I think it was so bad for me to check my emails as soon as, or like deal with work problems as the moment I wake up and when I'm in my safe space, because that's when I feel so like, oh my God, do I really have control over my life? And no, I did not. So one thing I do is, instead of immediately getting up and checking my phone, I would immediately make my bed and then do things to actually take care of me as Noelle, like as a person, as a human. So whether that's like making my bed, getting ready for the day, making breakfast. And I know for a lot of y'all, that's like, no, that's freaking common sense. Like, that's what adulting is. But I haven't been adulting, and that's why I did this, okay? That's why I'm doing this life audit, because I've been struggling with that. So before, I would be like, why would I need to wake up at 7 a.m. and get ready for the day when I can start my day at 12? And for those people who work better, like in the afternoon, like by all means, go for it. But I just wanted to be more productive with my life. So I'm like, let me wake up at 8 to 9 and then like get ready in the beginning of the day. So if I need to shoot content, if I need to go to a meeting, if I just want to feel better about myself, I'm already ready. And that in itself like gives me a self-confidence booster, and it's just self-discipline, you know? And then so as soon as I'm done checking my emails in the morning, this was before, I would go straight to the couch. And then I would do this thing. Oh, this was so bad. I really did this. I used to do this and it was so bad for me. So I would go to my couch and it would probably be like 9 a.m. Say that I woke up at like 9 a.m. And I'm like, oh, I woke up so early. Then I would go to the couch with my phone and I would sleep, take a little nap. I wake up and then I scroll on Facebook or TikTok, and then I get tired and then I take another nap, and then I wake up and then I scroll again, and then I take another nap. And I would do that literally like 3 times consecutively. And it was really toxic for me. And then it would be like 12:30 or 1. And I'm like, oh shit, like I wasted my whole morning. And then I'll be watching other creators' vlogs and I'm like, look at them doing everything they want to do with their business. Look at them actually making money. Like, what am I doing? I'm not making money. I'm literally scrolling on TikTok. So I was like, okay, we cannot do that. So that was the biggest thing that I've changed. And I think that's where a lot of transformation happened for me. So instead of going straight to the couch, I now, at the beginning of the week, start time blocking like what I want to do throughout the day. And I'm going to make another video on that. So make sure you subscribe. But what I would usually do as soon as I wake up, get ready, do all of that, and then I immediately get to work. I would address the work that gives me the most anxiety, just so I know that throughout the day, I know that I have taken care of it. And that also helps me with my self-confidence and self-trust that I can handle difficult situations. And when you tackle all the difficult things at the start of your day, the rest of your day is so much easier. And I'm pretty sure they have a book about something like that. So I know my thoughts were kind of all over the place and the way I explained it is a little crazy, but I know you guys understand what I am sharing, and I hope this helps you feel better, because I know everyone lives such a different life. Everyone has such different personalities. Everyone works differently, but just know that like everyone has their own challenges, whether it comes to like time management, self-discipline, and showing up for themselves. And I can confidently say myself that I have had that problem, and there are still parts of me that struggle, but definitely this life audit has helped me really be in control of these things I felt helpless to. So in conclusion, you're not alone. We're going to figure this out. Do this life audit. Be ready to brace yourself, and just know like we're going to figure this out. Like there's no way you won't figure this out, because you know what? It's because you love yourself so much, and because I love you so much, and you have a community of people who love you so much. You cannot fail yourself, like, and you won't let yourself fail. Like it's just not going to happen. So just be ready, brace yourself, and know you got yourself, because you just can't fail. We're gonna figure this out. And you listening to this video in itself is your first step to better yourself and to make it work. So I'm proud of you. Let's get this bread. Let's get our shit together. And I will see you guys next week. Bye.